In a league of very valuable players, you are the most valuable, and it is my pleasure to award to you the Kia NBA 2010-11 MVP trophy.
I'm happy that our team played different from the Rice game, and I made my impact early in the game, and I think it helped our team.
28 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, John, for Derrick Rose.
Yeah, I mean, just a tremendous basketball player.
He is considered to be one of the best college basketball players in the country. He is Derrick Rose, a Chicago native that has been wowing onlookers since his days at Simeon. His first year at Memphis was no different as he led the Tigers to the Final Four.
Big, strong, incredibly explosive. You can't even put his speed into perspective. He is so fast in the open floor. And I think with the way the game is now played, it is a guards game. You go with Derrick Rose. I think Derrick Rose is a future star.
With the first pick in the 2008 NBA draft, the Chicago Bulls select Derrick Rose from the University of Memphis.
With the dunk. Here we go. Finish it with the dunk. That's what I'm talking about. A new champion in the PlayStation Skills Challenge. It goes to the #1 overall rookie pick out of Memphis from the Chicago Bulls, Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose is the guy that has stood out more than anybody else because it is so difficult to come into this league and take the basketball and lead a team. And when I watch this guy play, I just cannot believe his explosiveness. He looks like the quickest guy to come into this league since Allen Iverson.
Were you aware that you tied Abdul-Jabbar's first playoff game in his debut?
If you play hard, you should be able to do anything. My veteran told me to go out there and play my game. I played my game, and I didn't want to lose the game. When I first came into the season, my biggest thing was to get this award. When you coming in, you really do want this award. It shows how much work you put into it. Just playing tough every night and just playing aggressive and playing my type of game.
He picked up a foul.
Look at this. What a
fading away, John. My goodness. Here is your NBA Rookie of the Year in his first exposure to the NBA playoffs, coming off a Final Four championship game.
The growth of their team, the growth of their coach, what they have looking ahead, they'll be much better next year. I expect them to be a top 4 team in the East next year. If they can stay healthy, get Luol Deng back, they should be a top 4 team in the East next year.
Playing in his first All-Star game, 2009 NBA Rookie of the Year, from the Chicago Bulls, Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose, he's the first All-Star in Chicago since Michael Jordan, 1998. 11 long years for those great Chicago Bulls fans.
I just want to be the best player out there at my position, and I just want to win. Throughout the whole game, just fast break after fast break, and we couldn't stop them. I think that we came out, gave it all passing the ball, playing defense, just making the other players shoot the ball, but we ended up losing.
You want him to continue to develop, and he's got to be a leader of the team. He's got to help lead this team. I think a lot of the things that he's doing, I think a big part of his growth has to be on the defensive end, to be a complete player.
We can relate to one another because we're so young and we're around the same age where we could talk to each other, knowing that we're not trying to get on each other very hard. We need to step it up a little bit during clutch situations. It's high. The way I look at it within myself, why not? Why can't I be the MVP of the league? I think I dedicate myself to the game and sacrifice a lot of things at a young age. The game is so comfortable to me now where when I'm in the game, I know what to do defensively, offensively. I'm still learning. The game is kind of easy to me where in pick and roll, I know what players are, where they're going to be. The more years you play, the more comfortable you get.
Rose misses, gets his own rebound, and that's a triple-double. 22, 10, and 12 for Derrick Rose's very first career triple-double.
Trusting in me to take shots or make plays, and without them, I wouldn't be here. Just try to bring excitement out here. I guess the way that I play is an exciting way, and the fans love it, and I'm happy about that.
Look at Derrick Rose in Chicago, for example. Derrick Rose is having an MVP-type season on a team that's 34-16. You take Derrick Rose off of the Bulls, and that team is a 500 team or worse.
Chicago's finest. Rose now with 17 assists. Watch this. Brewer to Rose to Brewer, the hoop and the harm.
Do you think the Chicago Bulls can win the Eastern Conference? I'll say 0 chance. I'm not buying an MVP case for an undersized 2-guard who has a complete green light on a team that is no better than 4th best in the Eastern Conference.
The Bulls over the Pacers, 116-89. Only their second playoff series win since back in 1998. It's not an easy series for Chicago.
In a league of very valuable players, you are the most valuable, and it is my pleasure to award to you the Kia NBA 2010-11 MVP trophy.
Derrick Rose had 44 to 99, and the Bulls lead the series 2-1. A great game out of the league's MVP, his career high in any NBA game, regular or postseason. For the first time since the Jordan days, the Chicago Bulls are back in the Eastern Conference Finals. Bring on the Bulls and the Heat. Chicago eliminates Atlanta in 6.
If anything, you just learn from it. Just try to do better next year. Everything is a learning experience. We're definitely sad that we lost, but we'll take a lot from it. Get better, work on our games in the summer, and just try to get it next year.
Derrick Rose has agreed to his 5-year, roughly $94 million contract extension, and that the Bulls plan to make the formality official. I don't play for money, he says. I play to win.
At guard, making his 3rd appearance as an All-Star for the Chicago Bulls, Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose is down and holding his right knee. Derrick Rose is injured behind the play and again is reaching for his right knee. Knee-on-knee collision with Parker.
He's obsessed with, he's tortured by trying to carry this team to a post-Michael Jordan championship. Just one championship, and it all speaks to why I don't trust him in the playoffs, because he tries to do too much.
Rose came down bad on his left foot. See him holding onto his knee, and down. He was flying, and he came down wrong on the left foot. Now, whether it was an ankle or a knee, I do not know.
This is a career-ending injury that will be the 6 months, very likely. They want the knee back to full stability.
The United Center was silent when Rose went down. NBA.com described Rose's injury as, quote, worse than a death in the family.
No way you can speed up your recovery if you had surgery. So just being patient, doing all the things that I'm supposed to do, and just keep coming in and getting better. Just trying to see my guys do better. Hopefully I can rub off on them and make them work harder.
He's ready to come back. He's only going to come back when he feels like he's mentally and physically ready to go. And right now, he's not ready. There's some frustration, definitely from the organization and from the fan base, to people that want to see Derrick either come out and play.
And right now, you just got to be a little cautious with some of these guys, because you don't want them to be going into the season hurt. And when you look at Joe, you know when the games are on the line, when the season starts, he's going to be 100% ready to go.
What caused Derrick to leave the game? You see him make this little back cut. They got a hand on it. Now watch right there. He kind of planted, and that would have appeared that maybe it was his left foot or knee, but it was his right.
Derrick Rose, as far as I'm concerned, is finished. I don't mean finished as an NBA player.
Yeah.
I don't mean finished as a great NBA player. I mean finished as the Derrick Rose we've all known.
After a couple of days of practice, how do you feel?
Feel good. A little sore, a little banged up, but at the same time, happy that I'm competing with these guys, and happy that the USA team and the staff gave me an opportunity to come here.
Derrick Rose reported with right knee pain. An exam and subsequent MRI confirmed a medial meniscus tear of the right knee. Surgery will be scheduled, after which a timeline for his return will be determined.
Tough. The morale of the entire team, especially Derrick Rose. I mean, you got to keep going through this. Injuries to his knees is something he has to deal with. For the Chicago Bulls, we were all talking about they have a chance if they can get it going, if Derrick Rose stay healthy.
Can't think about the past. I can't think about if I'm going to hurt myself, if I move the wrong way. When I'm out there, I have a free mind. I have no expectations on myself. I just know that I prepare myself well. It's no pressure.
The final score, and so that's a 54-point margin, which is the 4th largest in NBA playoff history. Obviously, the largest Chicago winning margin in a playoff game.
Looking, finds Rose. Rose trying to get open, fires away. Bang! It's over! The Bulls win at the buzzer! And the Bulls take a 2-1 lead in this Eastern Conference semifinal.
Derrick Rose got outplayed by Matthew Dellavedova. All of this stuff that folks were talking about, how we're seeing the same Derrick Rose. Oh, no, the hell we ain't. Matthew Dellavedova was D'ing him up.
It's all part of the process, doing everything I have to do as far as getting treatment and lifting and everything. It's part of the process, I guess. All I could do is just, the reality of it is I felt something, and all I could do is just pay attention to it and listen to my body. It was just an emotional time for me. Chicago, more than just like a home, like it grew me into the man I am. It hurt a little bit, but at the end of the day, my life is out of my hands. I know everything is out of my control.
That's tough for Derrick. He's played hard all year, these little injuries like that. But he's worked hard in last summer with yoga and those kind of things to get his body in great shape. So it's feel bad for him.
For Derrick Rose, he's going to get a make-good deal next year, a one-year deal. He may get decent money in the one-year deal. Derrick Rose early in the year had not played badly. He kind of came unwound on the defensive end of the floor and really, quite frankly, had not been the same player.
I think it's the love of the game. Like, my love of the game didn't change, and just I know how hard I work. I really worked my butt off this summer, just preparing for whatever decision I made, and I think I made the right decision. It's a sprain, but it is what it is. Nothing I could do about that. It took me out the air, kind of twisted my ankle when I came down. So get a lot of treatment and see how it feels tomorrow. But it is what it is. Just got to make sure that I get treatment.
Look at this list: back, elbow, hamstring, and now he has got a sprained ankle that is severe enough he's missed 12 of the Cavaliers' 19 games. But none of that takes into account the mental damage that comes when a player gets injured so much.
Who's dealt with injuries in and out his entire career ever since being named the best player in the league. And he's taking this time right now to evaluate whether he actually wants to consider playing basketball in the NBA or walk away at age 29.
Like I said, coming back here, starting with rehab, that's my first step. Keep it simple and just giving my team support and letting them see what I see off the court.
I think there's a decent chance he's going to be bought out, pick a spot. But again, I think from a fit perspective, what you're talking about makes sense. I do think that there's a very good likelihood Derrick's going to get bought out.
I think I could play with anybody, to tell you the truth. I know the game. I'm not a selfish player, and I'm not here for stats or anything like that. I just want to win. I'm still here playing. I still love the game. I feel like that's where we lost the game. Third quarter, of course. The adjustment that they made is that they got out and ran. The tempo of the game was a little bit faster than the previous games. I think that's where the advantage was for them. Everything, man. I worked my ass off, bro. I wouldn't have did this for the franchise, the organization, the fans, everybody, man. I wouldn't be able to play the way I play, man.
Derrick Rose could be an all-star in 2019. D. Rose has been a key contributor for the Timberwolves this season, despite his struggles in recent years.
And I'm just looking for a comfortable spot to play in and just opportunity. Here is that. I got all the accolades in the past. I'm past that. Like, now I want to win. That's the only thing that's on my resume that I'm missing is a championship.
He keeps talking about the All-Star game, which is approaching. Does that even enter into your mind when you're out there on the floor? You trying to put on a show?
No, I never did it for that. I never in my life played to be in that game. If people decide to put me in there, that's cool. But if not, I'm going to keep playing the way that I'm playing.
To get Derrick Rose, and we've seen the last couple of years, he still has something left in the tank. Is he the starting guard? Is he this? Is he that? No, but is he a contributor? Does he understand Tom Thibodeau? This right here is a sign that the Knicks are trying to make a playoff push.
But I think the difference maker is going to be Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose has come in and he's really put a great deal of fire under his team, particularly in the second half. He's found his rhythm. He's found his game within the system.
But I would love to come back. Who wouldn't want to play for the Knicks or be in New York? Like, I would love it. But at the same time, I know that it's out of my hands and they may have bigger plans.
Whether he was the MVP of the league at 22 or 10 years later, he's the same guy. He's always been a team-first guy. Winning's always at the forefront. He's always been a great teammate. He's happy when other people have success. And he's most happy when the team wins.
Good news for the Knicks. I'm told Derrick Rose, when we get out of the All-Star break, I'm told there's a lot of optimism that Derrick Rose will be ready right about then to make his return. He's been out a couple months with ankle surgery. He's been ramping it up.
It's totally different being 33 and 14, 15 years in. The stiffness was kind of different when I was. I've been through a lot, but I got myself in it and I'm gonna get myself out. And that was just my mentality. Me coming here, I still feel like I could play. Last year I didn't play at all. I feel like I saved my body some wear and tear from not playing last year. Trying to grow as a person, as a player, be more vocal, expressing myself, especially with the young guys that's on the team.
Coming here, all I wanted to do is have a presence of winning, caring, competitive spirit whenever I touch the floor. Even though I haven't touched the floor that much this year, but every time I practice, I push the practice up another level, competing-wise.
This one's kind of sad, right? So the Memphis Grizzlies have reportedly waived point guard Derrick Rose. Well, Rose, 16-year NBA veteran, signed a 2-year deal with the Memphis Grizzlies. Rose spent just one season with the Memphis Grizzlies, playing in 24 games.
Former Chicago Bulls star and league MVP Derrick Rose is retiring. The Englewood native spent 16 years in the NBA and was the overall #1 pick in the 2008 draft. But injuries plagued his career for years.
Derrick Rose, had he not gotten injured, would have been one of the greatest guards we have ever seen in the history of basketball.